Welcome back. You're with us on Overdrive. Positioned as the mid-spec variant of the very popular Mahindra 3XO, the RevX trim will be offering a very well-balanced mixture of features, comfort as well as value.
Now, the Mahindra 3XO has been a bit of a quiet success for the brand the past year. Over 1 lakh units have been sold, and to sustain that popularity, Mahindra has introduced this new RevX trim. Now, this is basically a new line of mid-spec variants for both the MX and the AX ranges. This is the RevX A as it's called. And basically, it gives you a few features off the top-end versions without having to shell out the full price. Now, this is the RevX A variant. There's also a RevX M. Now, this sits between the AX5 and the AX7 variants. And as you can see, there's also a few minor tweaks visually. This panel here is not gloss black, it's now body colored. And you'll notice that while it looks quite high-end, there are a few features that are missing. You don't get that fog lamp here. There's no 360-degree cameras and also no ADAS. Now, on the sides, you notice you now get these black alloy wheels. They're a size lower than the AX7, they're 16 inches. But you do get that dual tone treatment, so you have black mirrors here and a black roof. And I must say that this RevX badge, it looks quite nice. Now, as you can see from behind, there's really nothing to tell this apart from any other variant of the Mahindra XUV 3XO. You still have that full width lighting, this spoiler type arrangement here, and the only new addition is that RevX badge has been added here again. Now, on the inside, of course, it's noticeable that you now get a black theme for the upholstery. It's leather upholstery, which you don't get in the AX5 trim, but all the materials here are hard plastic. The soft surfaces that you get in the AX7L that have not been brought down here. So this is hard. This section here is also hard, but you still get the full sort of infotainment layout with the 10.25-inch screen with all the wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a few of the connected car features, not all of them. Again, you have that digital instrument cluster as well, but you don't have that blind view camera since the 360-degree cameras aren't available. Now, among other features that are available here, you get dual zone climate control, you get auto headlamps and wipers, you get the drive modes and manual seat adjustment. Now, what's missing is, of course, the powered seat adjustment. You don't get that 65-watt charging, and you get a manual handbrake instead of a powered one. Now, some other things that aren't quite as good as the X7L is that you don't get that Harman Kardon branded speaker system. You just get 4 regular speakers. You also don't get the 65-watt charging, but you do get wireless charging. Now, as you might expect, the rear seat experience hasn't exactly changed all that much from a regular 3XO. But yeah, even with this all-black trim that has been added, it doesn't feel too claustrophobic or compact in here because, as you already know, the 3XO is quite a large car, even on the back seat, and the panoramic sunroof, of course, helps with that. So things are very familiar. Like I said, you have a massive amount of knee and legroom. As you can see, it's a wide bench, so 3 people abreast will be more comfortable here than I think in most other sub-4 meter SUVs. The seat back angle is quite nice. And yeah, you have the AC vents, you have the Type-C charger, a small slot for your phone, and these 12-volt power outlets. Now, for those of you looking for performance, there's a bit of good news here. You can get that TGDI motor with this RevX trim. Again, it makes the same around 130 PS and 230 Nm. But this now is another variant that gives you that engine. So what do you think about this RevX trim of the Mahindra XUV 3XO? We personally think that Mahindra maybe could have leaned into the sporty characteristic of the 3XO a bit more, especially since the TGI engine is available here. And it will give you a good mix of features and performance if that's what you're looking for in your sub-4 meter SUV.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through our various social media platforms. You can write to us on Instagram and YouTube as well. We'll see you next week. Until then, drive and ride safe.